start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that's definitely the way to get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up. And sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again. And instead, it works opposite.
On 2nd down, Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 10.
League. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run inside the 5. Now Wilson. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Try to run it in. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. Good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Chargers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Herbert on 3rd down now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Now he's forced out left. Herbert has it knocked free. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Wilson now off the bootleg. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
14, buddy.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by McManus is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's...
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook...
Williams loses the football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back to throw here, Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Get out the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Godot now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get.
Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Wilson on first down. This will be caught. Judy. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try to run the ball here with Sutton. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Got his man. It's It's Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
Here we go with Williams. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Herbert throwing again. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. The finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Herbert off of play action. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 4th down for Herbert, desperation time. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a
cop a chain of game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boy, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that?